And we're live. Good morning, Reverend Derek here with the Love is Greater Than Fear Spiritual Center with another video on coffee and miracles. So today we'll be exploring lesson 9 from A Course in Miracles. So just like the preceding lessons that we've explored so far this year with the Course in Miracles, this is just a building block on top of the lesson we did yesterday. So lesson 8 yesterday was my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. And as I mentioned yesterday and maybe the day before, these mantras and these lessons have nothing to do with belief. They have everything to do with exercise. So we're just simply taking these ideas and we're exercising them in our minds, applying them to situations in our life and things we think about and things that we see all around us. And all of these are building blocks. So even today's idea might not make sense, or you might not believe in it, you might not agree with it, whatever it might be. But if you are a person who is looking for inner peace, I promise you that all of these are building on each other. And if you haven't had a shift yet and you're thinking, you're due for one. One will be coming for you soon. So let's just get into lesson 9. Lesson 9, I see nothing as it is now. This idea obviously follows from the 2 preceding ones. But while you may be able to accept it intellectually, it is unlikely that it will mean anything to you as yet. However, understanding is not necessary at this point. In fact, the recognition that you do not understand is a prerequisite for undoing your false ideas. These exercises are concerned with practice, not with understanding. You do not need to practice what you already understand. It would indeed be circular to aim at understanding and assume that you have it already. It is difficult for the untrained mind to believe that what it seems to picture is not there. This idea can be quite disturbing and meet with that and may meet with active resistance in any number of forms. Yet that does not preclude applying it, no more than it is required for their gosh, I can't talk this morning. No more than that is required for these or any other exercises. Each small step will clear a little of the darkness away, and understanding will finally come to lighten every corner of the mind that has been cleared of the debris that darkens it. These exercises, for which 3 or 4 practice periods are sufficient, involve looking about you and applying the idea for the day to whatever you see. Remembering the need for its indiscriminate application and the essential rule of excluding nothing. For example, I do not see this typewriter as it is now. I do not see this telephone as it is now. I do not see this arm as it is now. Begin with the things that are nearest to you and then extends the range outwards. I do not see that coat rack as it is now. I do not see that door as it is now. I do not see that face as it is now. It is emphasized again that while complete inclusion should not be attempted, specific exclusion must be avoided. Be sure you are honest with yourself in making this distinction. You may be tempted to obscure it. And so the mantra that we're asked to repeat 3 to 4 times a day is, I see nothing as it is now. So I might have shared about this a little bit a couple videos ago, but when I first really started doing the workbook every day, I was going through some like emotional pain in my life, and I actually slept with the book in my bed, and it was the first thing, first thing I woke up at every morning, turned on a lamp, did my workbook exercise, first thing every morning. Because I was in a place where I very clearly knew I did not understand the things around me. And I was in a position where the thought was, my best thinking had gotten me here. So I absolutely love the emphasis here about like, why do you, it's not about trying to understand this mantra because, if we were talking about the things that you understood, then we would be going in circles, right? Because obviously this is something you don't understand. The thinking of God is 180 degrees away from the thinking of the world. And so it's helping us undo these thought patterns. And as I mentioned, going into the debris in your mind, cleaning it up with the light. So I just think this is another powerful exercise. And all of these ultimately over time become tools in your problem solving repertoire, as it later says in the course. Um, And these one, you'll find a couple days, couple weeks, couple months from now, you're going back to some of these early lessons. You're in the middle of a challenge at work, relationship, your health, whatever it might be, and you say to yourself something, I see nothing as it is now. And this isn't in a form of, you know, I suck or anything like that. It's from the perspective of, I am not the creator of the universe. It is impossible for me to see things clearly as they are. And on top of that, I can't see the future. So it's just, I see nothing as it actually is. Um, so I hope you're enjoying these lessons. Please let me know in the comments, what you're thinking about, what your experience is along your exercise, whether you're doing these for the first time or you're doing these for the 10th time, whatever it might be. I will see you again tomorrow morning. Peace.